Growth therapy.
Plug yourself.
We're rolling. Testing. Can we test Rose?
Testing.
Isaac?
Yeah, come on, boy.
Oi.
Oi.
Are
you a Chelsea fan?
I am.
Shut up.
Wait, how did you know that? Why did you even...
It's the way you said oi.
a Chelsea
Well, I
fan?
mean, that
The
could
way
be-
you
that
just
could
said
be-
that just now, though.
that
No.
could be any fucking
But
team,
you
yeah.
know when
But I am
you're
a Chelsea
rooting.
fan, yeah.
When when you're rooting for your team, they have it's the phonetics. It's like hearing someone's accent. You know what I mean? We're talking about football, soccer.
Okay.
But he's a Chelsea fan. You know, Chelsea boys are sluts.
Oh,
Chelsea boys are sluts.
How would I know that?
I'm just saying,
How
as
do you
someone
know
who
that?
is because I've fucked enough Chelsea boys to tell you they're sluts.
When you say Chelsea boys, are you actually talking about the actual town Chelsea, or are you talking about the actual football team?
It could be the town, but I've noticed that anyone who's a Chelsea fan, those boys are always slutty. They're my favorite.
This doesn't apply to me.
Isaac, are you a
I
slut?
think no. There's nothing wrong with being a slut.
Nothing wrong with it. We
Who's a slut?
embrace sluttiness.
We
Oh,
We
slut.
embrace
embrace it.
sexuality.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a slag.
A slug?
Yeah,
a
slag.
slag.
A slag? What's
Nah,
a
I'm not a
slag?
slag.
It's like a slut, but British.
Slag.
So she
Whoa.
fucks in a loo.
Can we just call
Not a
this
toilet.
like bitches and slags?
Oh yeah.
I don't like the way you say slags.
Is it offensive? Does it sound offensive when
No,
I say
slag-
it?
you just-
Slags.
slags.
Bitches and slags.
I don't like the way you say it. It's like you're a
He
slag.
doesn't.
You slag.
You don't like when I do the English accent. You don't like when I do anything.
You don't like it when she says English words in American accents.
Yeah,
either.
he's like, I don't like that.
It just don't sound. It don't
You don't
sit
like when
right.
I speak.
No, I love you, Steph. Don't do that.
He's like, just shut up.
Yeah, let's
Respectfully.
Get into
Just
it.
kidding.
We
Plug
have
yourself.
things to cover.
We do.
Yeah.
We have
a lot.
emails.
Oh yeah, run it.
Oh my God, 2
excited.
Scorpios.
Okay.
Let's go.
Wait. So when you said you're a PR for like Scorpio, man, what did you mean by that?
Well, ready for this? I
Yeah.
think Scorpio men have a bad rep.
We do. We get a
And
really bad
exactly.
rep, yeah.
And as a Scorpio woman, I would like to, kind of be like, hey guys, I want to rebrand Scorpio men. Drake and The Weeknd have ruined it.
Mm.
Let's remember Nelly. Nelly is a Scorpio.
Well, I wouldn't say
famously.
Drake or The Weeknd ruined it. I really do think it's the Scorpios that I've dated have ruined it.
I mean, that too. I mean, that's fair. But Nelly,
It's my experience.
Nelly is a Scorpio, and he is famously divorced and married Ashanti 3 times. That is loyalty.
They did really
Come on.
marry a divorce. I
yeah.
think.
I didn't
It's like
know
2 or
that.
3 times. But they're married. They're together
I did not
now.
know that.
Yeah, now they
That's
got to.
crazy.
Yeah.
But he loves her. Is
As he
that
sh-
not
yeah,
loyalty?
I think that's the best type of love.
See?
I mean, not for me, but
Until the wheels fall off. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Have you dated a Scorpio man before?
No, but I've had sex with Scorpio men, and they're great. We're fun because we run the sex organ, so it's like a great way to things. But I don't think I could date a Scorpio myself.
Oh wait, really? How come? So how can you PR for them?
I just because the intro
I'm
because I feel like
sorry.
this is already a whole episode. Hi guys, it's me, Stefanie Maegan.
Yeah, come on.
Your host of Broco Therapy.
Cheese.
If
Wait,
you haven't
wait.
heard yet, we have Rose.
Yay!
And then we have Isaac, Kyle. What can we call Isaac
Whatever you
/
want.
quote unquote Kyle because
Yeah.
he's weird about me putting his name on the internet.
No, I'm not.
I feel like we could say Isaac on the show,
Yeah,
but we
yeah,
have when I type out the episodes, I have to put Kyle.
Yeah.
So like when
Oh, 'cause
so
of
the
Google.
SEO
Because of
reasons.
stalkers.
Mm.
Yeah. So
'Cause the
and every
IRS.
time you see
I don't know
featuring
about
Kyle
IRS.
in
I'm
quotes,
good
it's
on that.
Isaac. What'd you say?
I said
I
I'm
was like
good
the
with
IRS.
The
That's why.
IRS, yeah.
I
Do your
pray that I'm
taxes.
good, Yeah.
April 15th, guys.
Oh my god, yeah. Do it. Anyways, you guys are saying you guys are both Scorpios.
Mhm.
I've been really wanting to do this episode for so long because I just feel like one, Isaac, you can't ever do an episode by yourself.
It don't sit right, do it?
No.
The one with you and Tyler was good though. I like that one.
Oh,
to be
thank
fair. Yeah,
you.
I actually quite enjoyed it.
I know, I called
was
you
a
out
good
on
one,
it.
right?
That was- yeah, it was-
How did
yeah.
you feel about me calling you out because you fumbled the bag?
I didn't feel a certain way. I just didn't agree with it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I
I know. I was just.
I know you're fucking around.
I was just
so,
fucking around.
yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I really don't care as much as I think I put out.
Yeah, nah.
the accent.
I found it hilarious when you said that, and I was like, yeah, that's not true.
Well, I'm so loyal and team Jessica
As you
Clark,
should, yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
as you should. I understand
Like
you're
I
sticking
love
up
you
for
so
them.
much as well, so it's
Yeah,
not like
thanks.
anything. But I'm just so like a girl's girl.
As you should be. Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, no, I heard that.
Because I feel like you'd probably be the same way with Tyler. If someone fumbled like Tyler, if a girl fumble Tyler, be like, you fumbled a good dude, because you just believe that whoever the people in your life are really deserving.
Yeah, but I feel like I can actually put something to that as to the reason.
Well, you don't think Jessica Clark is worth? What do you mean?
If we're talking about Tyler.
As your Scorpio lawyer, I'm going to say stop talking. I'm going to say we're going to plead the fifth. As your Scorpio lawyer and new head of PR, I'm going to say let's, remember? I want to be Nelly's, not Drake's.
If we're talking about Tyler.
Okay, just kidding.
But Jess, too.
No, I'm talking about Tyler. If I'm talking about Tyler, I can be like, the reason as to why I believe this is a fumble is A, B, and C.
And that's how I feel about my friend.
Oh, yeah, which makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're agreeing.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, that makes
so we're
sense.
agreeing.
Your Honor.
We're on the same page.
They're agreeing. Okay.
No
We're
one's
on the same page.
we're on the same page here.
No one's being thrown under the bus.
Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that.
But anyway, we're here just to kiki, have a good time. We have some emails, but I think we need to go over the Scorpio vibe that's happening because I just interrupted your conversation.
Because I was telling you that basically that's what it is I think that Scorpios just have like a bad reputation in the male dominated things. But yeah, it's Scorpios, we're the best in bed. We run that organ. We're fun to have. We're passionate. We're loyal. Jealousy is a big thing, but I think that can sometimes be a little hot and, yeah.
I really I always quote what you said a while ago that Scorpios are just Cancers with a leather jacket on.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
We're very sensitive, but we are tough about it.
Yeah, but it's like you guys are edgy.
Yeah. It's literally like instead of like you hurt my feelings, which is like a Cancer thing, it's like you fucking hurt my feelings, fix it.
Yeah.
That's what a Scorpio is.
And
I'm both. So I'm like, you hurt my feelings, fucker.
Fucker.
Can you fix it? But then I'm also like, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I feel like you're a Charlotte Moon.
Yeah.
Because as much as you have, I know this is the
City
girly,
reference.
this is the girly side. Yeah.
Charlotte, you don't know Charlotte. Don't worry, you don't know her personally. It's a Sex and the City character.
Yeah.
She's the one that's like
girl.
really obsessed with marriage.
Are you obsessed with marriage?
No, but she's like a romantic at heart.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think I'm like a kind of a hopeless romantic, not necessarily for myself, but like I love for other people.
But
like
it's not yourself though.
No, not really, because I'm like that's why I was asking you about I think it's really important for people to know why they're single, which is why I ask why are you single? It's what I've been asking on the dating apps.
Got you.
My answer is I haven't met someone I like as much as I love being single.
Oh, that's
and I love being single, and I'm good at it. So
is that because how long have you been single now?
When
was the last time you were in like a proper serious relationship?
Yeah, a proper serious. I would say Southern Gentleman.
Yeah.
So that's been like 2 years now. A year.
Whoa.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago. But we dated for 9 months, and even in that 9 months, I knew that I was I loved him, but I was I wasn't ready to settle. That's what I learned in dating him. I was I'm not ready to settle down.
Do you feel like you're just comfortable in being single?
Yeah, I'm really good at it. I like it. Yeah. I enjoy it. I had a really good roster. There was a dude that I was really vibing with, and this guy Miller, we had been talking for 8 months, and then he just ghosted me.
Damn.
And so then now it's okay, well, I got to be careful of who I invest my time in. You know what I mean? So yeah I'm just taking it.
I feel
easy.
like you guys are probably very similar in a
Very
sense of
much so.
Yeah, because I feel like for you,
so.
from what I've gathered, you love the independence and just doing your own shit. To the point if you would invest in time with someone, in a romantic relationship or a serious relationship, it would take a lot. I feel like for the both of you, it would take a lot.
Have you ever done long distance?
Yeah, I did that for a month, 2.
Okay, that's not
obviously didn't.
No,
month?
You asked me if I did long distance.
Oh, okay,
not
fair.
long.
Yeah, not for a long amount of time, but you tried it.
I tried it, yeah.
Okay, because I feel like that's where I was in a long distance relationship for 3 years. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like when we spent time together, we spent time together. And when we were apart, he lived in Seattle and I lived in LA.
Interesting.
And we saw each other once every month or every 2 months. 3 months was the longest amount of time that we could.
Was the relationship open or?
No, it was
you guys
were
both
monogamous and loyal. Yeah, and faithful the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, you would
3
never.
years.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would never do an open relationship too.
No, I could never do an open relationship because that's where my jealousy comes from. I can't.
You get jealous?
Oh yeah.
Do you get jealous, Isaac?
If I'm in love with her, yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's the love factor.
If I'm in like, if I'm not, then whatever. I'll be alright.
Yeah, I'll get over it. I don't care.
I found myself more jealous when I was dating guys versus when when I'm actually with them.
Oh, for you, it's safety then.
Yeah, it's safety 1000%. Because with Brian, I don't it doesn't even I don't ever get jealous or feel weird or anything.
That's so sweet.
But if I'm dating someone and I hear they even looked at another girl, I'll be like, ugh.
Yeah.
It would kill me. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Even if I'm not in love with them yet or anything, it's just this. I don't know.
No, because I think it's where you believe. I don't want to say the competition of it all, but I understand where you're coming from. Where it's I'm trying to get you to that point.
Yeah.
And then once I get you there, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speak for you, but the reverse kind of happens for me. Where if we're in the talking phase, I'm I don't really care because I know I'm a catch. So I know I'm the shit. I don't care who you're talking to. But then once I have you, it's okay, but you got to stay locked in. We're both agreeing on this, and neither who's gonna fuck up first.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
so
where it is.
She's good.
Yeah, are you like that too?
I fuck with her. She's good.
Dang. I told you when you were scared that one time. He was like, I don't know. I was like, no, it's gonna be good.
You understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah. I know that you're very he's very careful.
I can know.
But
I'm careful in the sense that if I don't know you, then
inhalers. We
we
literally
do.
have the same inhalers, and we both have eczema.
I have eczema too, and an inhaler.
You guys, skin deep, can't breathe. Right, Let's go. Strong hearts, okay?
It's crazy.
Oh my God, that's what we're doing up in these streets.
Yeah, I didn't know. This makes sense though. Yeah. I understand though.
Do you ever pull your inhaler out during sex?
I have.
Hot. I think I would take that as a badge of honor. If a guy pulled out of his inhaler, I'd be like, I did.
I literally had an asthma attack, and I was like, we need to stop. I can't breathe. I need to
during sex?
And it was with a Scorpio. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, okay, but if a man
during
did
sex,
if a man did it, I think,
that would be hot.
You think so?
Because I'd be like, I got you out of breath.
Hell
you couldn't breathe. Okay, I didn't need to choke you, and you have to be like.
That's the wrong type of kink still.
No,
that's not a kink.
That's not a kink. That's just
it's just flattered. Just being flattered.
It is flattered.
That don't feel manly, you know what I mean,
to not breathe.
Nah, just the idea of we're going crazy, and then all of a sudden, that's just.
I don't know. That's kind of hot.
You think so?
Yeah. It's vulnerable. It's sexy. It's honest.
It's literally you being like, girl, you are taking a lot of out of me.
I'm trying to keep up with you. Let me pump some air in me.
Yeah.
What if it was a serious I really can't fucking breathe.
Oh my God, that's a badge of honor.
A badge of honor.
I'm sorry, you can't breathe. I'm fucking you so hard that your lungs are like, we can't do this, Isaac. I'd be like, oh yes. I didn't realize I was in a threesome with the three of you guys.
Crazy,
I literally took your breath away. Isn't that what everyone wants? She took my breath away.
I know. But also, I'm an empath, so as an asthmatic person, I'd be like, I get it, do you want to use mine or yours, whatever's closer, you know what I mean?
Can I take a hit?
It's like
smoking a cigarette after sex. You're like, ooh, let me take a hit.
Can I take a hit? And we both hit our inhaler.
That's we might not agree on that.
You know what's not sexy?
What's not sexy?
We might not.
Besides, he's voting that's not sexy, but what's not sexy?
Oh, but this is even.
I want people to comment though.
Comment
if
below,
you think that's
below.
Flipping sexy, I want to know.
No, let's take it to the next step, okay?
Okay.
So I recently got a CPAP.
Shut up.
So for when I sleep.
Yes. Let's go, Darth Vader realness. Come on, okay.
So it's I don't feel sexy when I'm just going to bed and I just have this.
You literally are what's his name from fucking Mad Max Fury
I have a
Road.
machine attached to me. Yeah.
Yep.
Brian was horny. And sometimes in the middle of the night you touch each other and shit. And he was just touching me and I'm just
keep the seat back on, babe. Did you keep it on?
Well, I had it on and I was just because he was trying to fuck and shit. And so I was down too. And I was just well shit, let me just take my CPAP off real quick. And took it off. And then just
First of all, I love that he like.
That's real love.
That is real love. He was
still turned on by the
you.
CPAP, but for me, I was just like, wait, let me take my CPAP off before we like continue with it.
He was willing to fuck you, even though you look like Bane.
That's crazy. Work.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Hope is a killer, and then you're like, let me just take it off. That's
That's real love.
Like
that's
I had to
romance.
pause and just take off my CPAP mask.
Oh my god.
And then like after you finished, did you
Yeah,
put it back on?
And it was straight done. I put
and I
it
bet
back
you
on.
slept
And
so well.
I was out. I knocked out.
He cracked your back like a popsicle stick, and then you could breathe well.
Yeah.
And went back
I went
to
back
sleep.
to, yeah.
That
breathe.
is amazing.
So I was about to comment. That's not the only reason.
That's
Anxiety is not the only reason you have to.
See, isn't that kind of okay? But that's telling you our boy Brian is laying it down.
Oh my days.
That's
you said that's
hilarious.
telling me what?
Is our boy Brian is laying it down?
What, that she got to put a CPAP machine?
Yeah, she gotta put a CPAP
yeah.
machine on before and after.
Before
He was
and
like,
after.
I don't give a fuck what's
I
on
don't
your
get
face, babe.
Would you ever do it with it on?
That's pushing it, unless he asked and was like into that. But like, I don't.
Did you put like a blanket on your face or like a pillow?
No,
Hide
it's
it?
just.
What does that even look like? I don't know what a
Let-
CPAP.
Never seen it?
I've never seen a
Google
CPAP
it.
machine.
It's Bane.
It's like I have like the face mask CPAP,
You've
and
seen
it's like,
Bane, right?
and then
Yeah,
it
I've seen
has
Bane,
it
but-
has like a tube that attaches to like a machine that like gives
It's
me air.
Bane or what's his name from Mad Max?
Yeah, I fuck
Or like
I mean, I could put it on for you right now if you want
Yes,
to.
you want her to go
Yeah,
put
fuck
it
it.
on?
Go on. Why not?
Yeah, right.
Okay, fine.
Okay, because she's gonna go
Only
put
for
it on.
only for you guys.
Only for the pod. Enjoyed this commercial.
This
This is
is
where your commercial break goes in now.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so it like covers
See?
your whole fucking face.
Isn't that wild?
Oh
So
shit.
he was like, I don't give a fuck, babe. I want to.
This is a lot though. What? This is for snoring, isn't it?
Yeah. It's for snoring and then opening your like airwaves and stuff like that. See, look at it. She's ready to go on an airplane plane crash.
What? It's
And
got,
breathe.
Yeah, literally.
it's got a USB like connector thing.
USB connector.
Yeah.
That's the thing that connects the
Crazy.
machine.
Yeah.
Oh, what? And it just pumps air into your thing.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait, I'm not gonna lie. With the makeup and everything, it's
kinda-
kind of chic.
It kind of gives a little bit. You know what I mean?
You get it, right?
Just a little bit.
No, because you know.
Wait, no. But say words. Now you got to
Hi.
say so. Never mind.
Hi.
I take it back.
And imagine, I'm like, hold on, let me take my face mask off real quick.
I take it back.
Let me take off my face mask. But I do have to say, it goes with your outfit and the makeup.
I mean,
clean.
yeah, I mean, I have the makeup, but I'm usually not like dolled up, you know.
But you look like you could be like a
You're like, it works.
Yeah, no, it's cute. It's very Top Gun,
That's pretty cool.
You
right?
get the hype now. So yeah, so I don't
Does
snore.
it? So does it? It helps you not to snore.
Yeah,
and
because I have
whatnot?
sleep apnea.
Oh, swear down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really like bad. It could,
Yeah, people like die.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
So like,
Oh my God.
so it's like life or death, you know, whatever. So
Yeah, I have,
let's read an email.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
read
let's
an
do it.
email.
Let's
not?
read an email.
let's get into
That
it.
was a great thing. Let's take a breather.
Yeah,
With
let's take
an
a
email.
breather.
Have you read this email or is this a dry read?
This is. I haven't read any of the emails.
Okay.
I'll only thing I'll do is like I'll look in like the first sentence just to see like who they request.
Because I will say, famously, Steph chooses ones that are very dark, accidentally for
understood.
me and her.
Got you.
Like if
No,
you
the
had-
last ones were good. No.
yeah, but remember, like it took like a weird turn where she was just all of a sudden in his fucking large dick, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
okay,
But
you
it's
know.
okay. That's like
I mean, that's fine. It just was like it's
it
very-
just took a turn.
Oh,
But also,
where's that burp?
sorry.
CPAP burp.
Let's see
Okay.
that burp. Okay, this is a long one, but
Oh,
this
see?
is
See?
a part 2 from the last email we
What the fuck?
Yeah, so she listened to
This
it.
is huge dick.
This is huge dick.
Well, you're not a big fan.
Do you
of
remember
huge
what
dicks?
No, I
happened?
am. Okay, so huge dick. It's a threesome.
It's a threesome. Yeah.
Where okay, so basically there's this girl Aries who was fucking this guy.
her? Yeah, it was her.
The girl was Leo, she was Aries, and the guy was Gemini.
So she was fucking this guy on and off, and then
Yes.
she's also bisexual, and he introduced it to this girl because they're supposed to have a threesome.
And then her and the girl end up hooking up
Without the guy.
without
Yeah.
the guy. But
'Cause
then
he
both
kept
of
flaking
them
because he kept flaking.
yes, but both of them had hooked up with him separately, and then they discovered that they both had the same STI.
Oh, yeah.
And they got it from him. And so he basically lied to both of them, ended up having to pay for both of their STI stuff. And she was like, yeah, but his dick is so big. Like, I want to go back to him. And I was like, no, it's not. We like agreed. We are like, it's not worth it. Cut him out. Stay fucking the hot chick. Go find someone else. You're a better
But I also
human
was
being.
like, if you go back, I get it.
I don't know.
Which you shouldn't.
I don't run back. See, running back the block, I didn't grow up in a cul-de-sac. So I don't understand
did.
running back the block. See, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Shut the fuck.
I actually did.
Do you really?
I lived
do you
in a
go,
cul-de-sac.
but like,
I did live on the cul-de-sac.
but wait, do you go back? You've gone back.
Oh my God, yes. Are you kidding
What,
me?
you've never spun the block before?
I
You're
don't.
from the
I
block.
don't know. Have I?
Yes, you have.
Everyone has.
Have I?
Everyone has.
No. 'cause
Yes,
I
with
feel
your
like
last ex, Southern gentleman.
he don't count.
But still going
We were just
back.
in the same
you-
town. You know,
Okay.
I was in Atlanta. He was in Atlanta. I was like, let's go to town. You know, does that count?
that-
Damn, I'm
yeah.
not better than everyone else.
I know.
You're always
Yeah.
trying to act like
I was gonna
better
say,
than
I was like,
everyone
you
else.
spun the block. It's okay.
But with good people, quality dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's huge dick as well, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but it just didn't seem like he knew what. I guess he
He
knew
wasn't
what he was
careful
doing.
because he's also lied about. That was the thing. He
That's
lied
the
about
thing.
getting tested.
He had dirty dick. He had dirty big dick, and then he was like trying to act like the girls both got the same STI. Anyways, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you missed on Glee. Anyways, previously on Glee.
Previously on Glee. Okay, the subject is update with Rose all day. That's you.
That's my stripper name.
Oh, yeah?
It's a good one, right? Rose all day.
Why is it a good one?
I don't know, because it sounds like it should be, because my name's Rose and Rose and it rhymes. Anyways, continue. It's fine.
Yeah,
Isaac's not
I
a
was like,
fan.
why is Isaac's like thing so low? It's because he's so quieter. Anyway.
It's because he's not a fan of any of my jokes so far.
he's not
I
laughing.
think she's hilarious.
He's not projecting.
I think you're funny. I think we vibe pretty well, to be fair.
Yeah, I think so. I always knew. This is why.
We're gonna get
Anyways.
matching tattoos.
Yeah. Anyways, hey, so it's Aries again. I love that y'all read my message. LOL. To clear some stuff up,
Oh,
he is vanilla to me because we do anal all the time because I like it and I allow it.
see?
He's not white.
I told you this was intense. Okay.
Yeah,
They're
he's
not
not
white.
white. Nobody in this situation is white.
What?
Oh, okay.
So no one's white here.
Well, I'm present.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, in this story,
I know, I'm kidding.
you're
Right,
like
right,
white
right.
here. Yeah.
Yes, but she had mentioned in the email about vanilla, and we couldn't figure out the context. Is the sex vanilla, or is that like a nickname for him being like, Jack Harlow, I'm vanilla, baby?
Wait,
Yeah.
does she detail what their race is by any chance?
No.
No, she just not white.
That's
I assume brown or black because I feel like that's my audience. Mostly brown, I think.
Yeah,
Latina.
I think there's this.
And my live
sprinkling.
shows is a lot of Latina women that look like
Ugh,
me.
Holler back.
Yeah.
You're the best.
And I'm not
Let's
even
go.
Latina,
Yep.
but it's fine. So nobody in this situation is white. I love that you guys hyped me up. Hee hee. Listening to the pod always felt like I was talking to friends. I love every guest on here. I just knew those people I requested would say the thing that gets me right. But yes, this was just a sexual relationship. No feelings, just sex. Me and Leo are dating. LOLs. She introduced.
Cute.
So
That's
she's
the
dating
girl.
a girl.
oh, they're
The
dating. now.
girl that the
Yeah.
guy was trying to introduce him to have the threesome. By the way, they never ended up having the threesome.
That's
Well,
tragic.
we'll see.
Tragic.
I mean, there's a whole
Tragic.
thing here.
Oh,
we don't
okay,
know.
we'll
We don't
see.
know.
But in the last email, they never had the
Never.
threesome, but the two girls hooked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he just literally introduced them.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
And then gave them a STI to bond over.
Yeah.
How romantic.
That's
No,
so
that's
cute. Okay, continue.
They're together.
Me and Leo are dating. LOLs. She introduced me to some small kinky parties, get-togethers.
Cute.
We're trying to find sex parties because, like I said, she's kinky. We saw each other on Valentine's Day, and we are both gift givers. Who would have thought two fire signs would mesh so well together? I really like where it's going with her. Slow and steady wins the race with this one. Update on him. First, I know, intense. She put it in
Okay.
all caps. For some reason, I caved and texted him because I had some words to say to him. Once he tried to criticize me in bed, insert bitch, I know you're lying meme. I know for a fact that I'm the best he ever had and the best he will ever have. He's admitted it too. So for him to critique me, no, I'm great at sex. She put literally, no, I'm great at sex.
No.
So since he wants to critique me, I wrote my criticisms out on my notes app. I point out all the things he could do better. Not me
Oh.
putting this man on game. I told him to go work on those things, all sex related. He said that conversation made him horny and was begging to add him back on Snap so he could watch the videos again.
Oh.
Because she would send like videos to him on Snap. Do you ever do that? Do you ever just do like...
No.
Okay.
Like, do I send videos?
Or do you both?
Do you get videos?
Do you get videos or do you send
Have
videos?
I got videos? Yeah, like
on Snap.
Send videos.
Have you ever sent a dick pic?
No, we don't do that over here.
You've never sent a dick pic?
We don't do
Way
that.
to go.
Oh, you just want to say it on
No, we don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not a thing that happens. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any nudes that I'm embarrassed by.
I just don't think that's a thing. Like,
oh, it's a thing.
What do you?
No. As in, like, I don't think it's a. I don't think that's a cool thing, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what
I
I
mean, yeah.
I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think some women actually appreciate it the way men appreciate nudes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well,
Like, I've seen people open up dick pics before and they're just like, all right, whatever.
I personally don't
weird.
like dick pics. I'm like, this is too invasive, you know?
Yeah.
But I know a lot of women out there who like that shit. It just depends.
It really, it's a very small margin of, I feel like, people. And also, I feel like we have been taught in, like, society where it's, like, looking at a naked woman is just a more beautiful thing to begin with. You know what I mean? Look at, like, any, like, Renaissance paintings or, like, paintings in general. It's like, the female form is gorgeous. A guy, it's like, okay, David.
Yeah.
David's crazy.
You know, the him and his statue.
Right.
His little dick. Yeah. Just like, oh, okay, great.
I know.
You know
Dicks
what I
are,
mean?
like, weird to, like...
They're just hanging out, you know?
It's just, like, it's, like, feels so aggressive.
Yeah. it just seems so vulnerable.
No, yeah, like, I was at a bookstore today, literally, and there was, like, a book all pictures of pussies, and then there was a book just all photos of just dicks.
Yeah.
And then one was, like, all butts. Anyways, so I looked at the pussies and was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then you open up the dicks. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just catches you by surprise.
Yeah, it's just like Squidward's face.
Yes.
It's just like, wow.
Whoa. You know?
I don't know how to.
You know how to, like,
I don't know where my stance is in it because I'm not going to, like, argue and be like, dicks are great.
Yeah.
He just feels like he has to, like, really, like, you know, I'm for my boys. You know what I mean? But, like, respectfully.
Like, yeah. Anyways.
But so he wants the videos on Snap.
Yeah, he's like, I'll be back. He's horny again when she was, like, giving him a list of things to do better.
Tomato, bye, boo.
I said, you go work on that list of things you have. I don't care if he sleeps with other people, but he's never fucking me raw again. Sad for him because I just got an IUD. And she goes, eh. So now he just watches my stories from the shadows. Ooh.
Oh, but she added him back?
I guess stories.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Stop stories.
It's probably Instagram.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Me, however, I'm back on the apps. Like I said, dating is hard. So she's dating the girl, but probably
maybe open relationship then?
Maybe they're just hooking up.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
weird. Anyways, I'm back on the apps. Like I said, dating is hard. People go so often, and it's so annoying. I try to set up quick dates, like drinks on a Thursday or something.
Smart.
I never give my Friday through Saturday for a first date because those are my prime hot girl days. Days I go out with my friends and Leo. Hee hee.
Oh, so they are. Yeah. It's like a cute little, open.
Yeah. And also it's like they're not
thing.
like maybe, you know, exclusive. Like she's still having her options open.
Cute.
Yeah. I spent this entire year so far getting ghosted by men. Ugh. This shit is whack. 3 months in and no man has taken me out on a date. I had one male date since all this nonsense happened. I'm a fine-ass mature woman with her life together, yet I can't get a date? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? I'm a very strong, assertive person, being an Aries, but I also want to be babied and spoiled. I come off as high maintenance, which is 1,000% fine. That's the kind of man I want. Does that make sense?
Kind of, yes.
She said, I come off as a high maintenance, which is 1,000% fine. That's the kind of man I want.
I guess she wants a man that
will spoil her, yeah,
and be high maintenance as well.
I don't even want to go back to him, but I want a man. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. It doesn't even have to be a boyfriend. I'll take a friends with benefits situation and still date Leo on the side as my main. She also likes men, so she's doing the same. We have a little understanding going on, so we're on great terms.
Cute.
I sometimes go out to bars with friends. We laugh and dance and do all that. I have asked my friends to hook me up with someone, but I guess nobody's available or comes to mind. I just needed some advice on how to go on more real dates. I get asked out all the time, but then boom, ghosted.
Well, okay. First of all, March theory is real.
What's March theory?
So the March theory is relationships either end or start in March.
Interesting.
It's just like a weird phenomenon that people
it's like
have,
after
like,
the holidays.
It's after the holidays. It's also spring cleaning, spring awakening.
Yeah.
It's the equinox. It's a very change in a lot of people's like existence and stuff like that. And I think it's this is such a weird time to start dating again too, because people are also getting ready for like their summer flings and like so I feel like to her, you know, to make her just feel better, I feel like things are probably going to be, you're also thawing out, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people were cuffing it up and getting back on it. Also, we're heading to a recession.
Yeah.
So it's like
some people probably are like, hey, on a budget. Yeah.
On a budget, you know, can't really do the date thing. And are just but I also have noticed, I don't know what it is, but the crop of people on dating apps, men and women and actually every human on dating apps right now, I feel like ghosting is like the thing. Yeah. I'm not the only person that I've heard that like ghosting is just like now. It's just, I think there's so many people that are just ghosting now.
Yeah.
I think it's just,
but what do you mean like easier. Ghosting? Like, is it you
have like one date and then never hear from them. Oh. Or like it's just the pen paling on the apps and then just never hear from them.
I feel like that's just been the culture for a while with the internet dating.
Really? Because I feel like it just feels more recent to me. Maybe it's just for me personally. I'm just maybe noticing it.
Because that was a big thing that would happen to me when I was single and dating. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I did that a lot. To guys, like I'd be texting them and I'm just like, oh, I don't know, and then I just would stop, or like I go on one date and I'm just like not feeling it, and then I wouldn't say anything, and like if they did text me, I just wouldn't respond. God, and then they'll keep texting me and I'm just like whatever, they'll go away eventually, and they do.
It's because it's so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
That's why. It's because it's like if we were in person. That's why it's always it's funny when you see people that have been talking online first and then they see each other in person. Their dynamic's always awkward, right?
Always.
You see what I'm saying? It's because it's like, this is not in-person interaction. And most people go away with the thought that, oh, I'm never going to see this person again, so I don't really care.
Yeah, like you owe them nothing. I'm like, whatever.
Exactly. I don't owe them anything.
Like, and also, like, not for nothing, like, I'll admit, like, I'm not really good with confrontation or just letting someone know, like, I'm not interested. So I'm going to, like, keep continuing. So I just figure I just won't say anything and they'll get the hint. And they do, you know. Fair. Only time I really was hurt by being ghosted is like if I was like actually dating and fucking with them for a while. Like we've had sex, we hooked up all the time, we texted, and all of a sudden, like how, you know,
Girl,
with Miller,
like
that's when like ghosting. He died. I feel like that's like real like intense ghosting, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I literally straight up feel like this man died. Like
just dropped out of nowhere.
Talking to this man almost every single day and then nothing.
Yeah.
But I guess, okay, to your guys' point, I mean, I guess it is part of the culture of online dating, everything. I just feel like I've just like realized, or maybe I'm more aware of it because I'm coming from such a raw nerve of being ghosted by someone I was talking to consistently. And he was just the number one on the roster. Like, it just, everything had to like shift. But like, so I went on that date with this guy, we'll call him Tats, and everything seemed really cool, and like there was like, I just could tell the entire date we were vibing, we had such a fun time.
Was this last night?
Like, no, this was like 2 nights ago.
Okay,
Thursday night or whatever, when I told you to like, hey, this is my location, check me out. Sent her the phone number, his face, all that stuff. That's what girls do. And we were like vibing. He's lived in New York, lives in Atlanta now, moving back to LA. And then I realized kind of like towards the end of the date, I was like, oh, he's a love bomber. Because he was like, man, I thought when I was going to move back to LA. Why are you laughing? You a love bomber?
No, carry on the story.
Wait, are you a love bomber?
No, what's your question?
Carry on with the story. No, it's fine.
You going to save comments towards the end?
I'll save it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you now. Okay, so basically this is what he did. So he was like, we were like enjoying it, and he was like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Like, how are you single? Like, like all this stuff. And then towards the end of the night, he was like, man, my goal was to like move back to LA and be single, but like you're throwing a wrench in the plan. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I could totally see myself dating you. And I was like, okay, well, include me into that plan because I don't want to date you, but like, okay, that's cute. Like, I was like, this is cute. And then he was like, man, like come upstairs to my hotel room. And I was like, no, I want to sleep in my own bed and like see my dog. Like, I was like, you know, you have like to drive. He's driving back to Atlanta or whatever. And so he was like, okay, well, let me know when you get.
This date?
This was date. He was staying somewhere in West Hollywood.
You said he's driving back to where?
Atlanta. He drove from Atlanta to LA because he's moving back to LA. So he
not
had
for
like
the date though, but he was just
no.
Yeah.
He'd been in LA for like a month looking at apartments and stuff like that. And he had like a moving truck and yeah. Anyways, but he was like, I'm driving back to Atlanta, and he was like, I want to talk to you on the phone. Like while it's 29 hours, like I want to stay on the phone with you as long as I can. I was like, I have things to do and I have a job. Sweet and romantic. But then I was like in the back of my head, I was like, I know where this is going. I was like, this feels, my female intuition was like bubbling over. I was like, this is weird. And then he was like, well, let me know when you get home. And so I like texted him and I was like, just got home. And he was like, didn't I tell you to call me? And I was like, ooh, red flag. So then he FaceTimes me and he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going to bed.
This was the same night you met him?
Same night I met him. And he was like, man, like, you just, like, you could be the one. Like, I could see us together. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, that's super cute. Okay, I like that. I mean, I know I'm amazing. I know I'm actually, like, just kind of being casual. And I was like, well, I'm going to go to bed now. We literally were on a date for 3.5 hours. Now I'm going to, like, go to sleep. Have not heard from him. Literally texted him, like, hey, did you get on the road okay? Absolutely nothing.
Swear.
Weird.
And I was like, oh, you're a love bomber.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. Deleted his number.
Isaac has comments.
Wait, where's he from?
He's from the South originally.
Okay. How old is he?
He's our age, 35.
Okay.
Well, he's not our age. Sorry.
Well, I mean, like, in our generation.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you define as love bombing, though?
I just feel like that, for me, the over compliments, the idea of talking about the future within only knowing someone for a few hours.
Within the first couple
when
hours,
it just feels like so intense too soon.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
it's just kind of like, wait, like, I know these are great. Like, I know I'm great, but it also, like, just feels too soon for you to really just, like, be heavy on this.
Yeah, because it starts with a compliment of like, man, I can't believe you're single, and it's like, okay, that's sweet, and then it's just like, well, I wanted to move to this city and be single, and now you're throwing a wrench in it because like I could totally date you, and I'm like, where am I involved in this?
Yeah. I mean, I do agree it is a lot, but maybe that is his like style per se.
Okay,
like maybe because from the South I hear they date a little bit different. It's more like intense.
It's so intense.
They're more like traditional about it. But I feel like there's a difference between like being like traditional and being like straightforward. Like, I want to continue to get to know you and date you and stuff. Versus just being like, you could be the one. Like, it just
the
feels...
man dropped the word marriage.
Yeah.
And I was like,
on the first date.
Yeah. He's like, I could see marrying someone like you. And I was like, someone like me. Not
fine. Someone like you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to Adele the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But then it's also the part that just always really cracks me up, and this also has to do with our emailer, our dear Aries, is this idea where it's like, what makes you think that's, I think it's interesting that as a guy, does he think that's what I want to hear?
So that's why I always say,
like, a man's perspective, what do you think?
For some men it works, right? There are some women they will talk to, and some women will eat that shit up, right? Mm-hmm. So it's worked for someone. If I know this tactic has worked in a previous thing or someone else, I'm going to try and use it again.
Okay.
Right? Or maybe someone has told him, like, apply pressure. And obviously apply pressure can mean so many things, but some men might take that to the extreme and be like, marriage, boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Maybe it is saying all the words you do want, like, she does want to hear.
Okay.
Maybe, who knows what his, like, true intentions were, right? I don't know.
I just think with, like, with a lot of situations with love bombing so early leads to really unhealthy relationships.
Yeah.
And like, you know, again, finding someone who like gets so addicted to that and they like fall so hard for you and they're just like feeding you all the things, you know, and then a lot of times those people tend to like, as soon as they have you, they like back away.
See, and that's my thing.
And that's a lot of times that's the type of shit that happens.
So is that love bombing though?
Yes, that's what like, it is, love bombing.
Are you having Are you having a
have you love bombed?
Yeah, that's a raping moment where you're realizing
you've been told
that you're a love bomber.
That I've like love bombed someone before.
Interesting.
And I didn't really see it as that. I just didn't have that.
Maybe give more context. Like, what happened?
Because is the intention to love bomb, or is the intention that I actually do want this to go somewhere? But as we get to know each other, this really just doesn't fucking work. You see what I'm saying?
No.
It's like okay, so we're dating.
Yeah.
I've taken you out on dates. I've done everything right. I've we've done everything, right? Cool. Maybe 2 months go down, and like we're getting to know each other still, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't see this going anywhere, like long term.
Yeah.
So it's like I better end this now, than to drag this out for another 4 months and then end it then.
Yeah.
Is that my intention from the get go wasn't to
like break her heart
and just do whatever and cut.
Yeah.
Is that still love bombing though?
Okay, well, how did you get to the 2 month mark? Like, what was being said to get you? I mean,
2 months was just
because it's
just
okay
as an
if you
example.
As an example, yeah.
It's okay to like date someone in 2 months and you're like, nah, this is not for me. Like that happens.
But some people still say you love bombed me though.
Okay, but like,
you see what
were you were you saying things like I could see my future with you?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll say that, but even if you did say that, that is your true to heart intention though.
But that's
maybe you then realize something along the way that this person does, and you're just like, actually,
yeah,
I don't really act like.
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
couldn't
align.
introduce you to my family. I couldn't introduce you to my people because you're kind of like this.
Yeah,
is that still love bombing?
No, because here's the thing. Because love bombing is not like, okay, I like you, I'm getting to know you, and then oops, I changed my mind. That's just dating.
No, that's just dating.
That's just regular dating, and maybe you like change your mind and they were ready. Like that's just it happens, you know. But love bombing is that's when it becomes a problem. Is when it has the intention without actually being real about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where you're like, again.
Like promise, like what Tats was doing. Like this man was literally like talking about a future.
Like that feels weird. Like what's the motive here? Like you don't even know me. You know what I mean?
And also then you disappear. So that's my other thing is like when guys love bomb with the intention of like I liked what you said about the whole idea of like it's a strategy. It worked in the past. So then it's like okay, so it worked in the past. I follow up with just the simple like, hey, hope you got on the road. Have not heard from you in 3 days. So then I was like, so then did you want me to continue texting? Like, does he want a girl that then is like, where are you? Like, does he want a girl that's like crazy? Like, that's the thing that I'm like, well, it's not going to work on me. I'm like, okay, well then deleted your number. We're good. Unmatched. We're whatever. But like, do you get what I'm saying? Where it's like, you can start with that as your strategy because it's worked. But then if you were pulling away, then what was the point? Was it just to have fun and play house with someone on a date?
Yeah.
It could be. It could be that.
And I also think maybe like not for nothing, it could be like to feed their confidence, to feed their ego. I think a lot of times too, people like to do it because they want to be liked so badly or whatever. Or I don't know. Like also it's mostly common in like narcissistic relationships. Like if the partner who is love bombing is a narcissist, so they feel like they need to kind of be like the center of it. For instance, like my ex Morgan, I think was a perfect example. Like really showed me a lot of love, said all the things, whatever, and then when we had like an argument or something he didn't agree with, he said, "Now we're done."
Yeah,
and didn't even explain. Didn't like. Blocked my number and everything and just like left me out in the fucking dust with like no reason on why he did that. But then like also came back later being like, see, you know, like I love you. Like like I was just really hurt.
It's like the breadcrumbing and
right.
the empty promises.
Yeah. So they do it. It's like a manipulation tactic.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not like, oh, maybe, he genuinely felt something, but like it's manipulation is what love bombing is.
Yeah.
So that's why like it feels like a little like, oh yeah, because it's like, oh, you want to say all the right things or do all the right things. It's just kind of like, but like you don't know this person. So like why? What is this? What's the motive?
I mean, like I get it. Like I'm amazing. I'm great. I'm a catch. Like I understand why he fell in love with me on the first date. Like I get that. But then I'm also like, okay, like now I don't talk to you. Like that was fun.
The key thing that he did say that I noticed was come back to my hotel room.
Yes, he just he also wanted to fuck.
Exactly, he was
like
just trying to get laid. That's probably what it was.
But I was on my period too, and I wanted to get back to my dog.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like she's the best.
You know, we kind of maybe knew it.
So like, I mean, I think sometimes
he wanted to lay down a towel. He was like, I don't have a problem about that, and I was like, but I do. Time. He wanted. Thank you.
Right. That's a little. That's what I'm saying. It's a little
like.
much.
Trust me, you know me. I will have vampire sex.
You guys had that discussion on the first day.
We did. Well, because we made out in
my
car.
How did How did it get to that though?
Well, because I drove him to his hotel, and then we like made out in the car, and then he was like, "Come upstairs," and I was like, "No, I gotta get back to my dog," and he was like, "Come on, like please just stay," and I was like, "Actually, I'm on my period," and he was like, "I ain't got no problem with that," and I was like, "Ooh, but I do."
Yeah, he wanted to fuck.
He wanted to fuck. I have no problem with that, but my thing is if you wanted
manipulation,
to fuck,
that's what I'm saying. It
if
wasn't
that's
even
what
like
it is. Then okay.
You don't need to do the whole marriage thing.
But my other thing is, I don't.
Again, it's probably worked for him in the past.
That's his game.
I'm running the same tactic.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Unfortunately.
Because I'm like, I'm not someone.
I thought you were going to do your inhaler.
Oh, no, he's out.
But back to her question, like, how to find, like, get a date. I think she's, like, struggling with that.
Okay, so I do think we need to be, this is just me. I hate to make it about politics, but I do think we need to be aware of recession dating. You need to think of like cheap dating options. The tariffs are terrible.
Talk
like
about it.
we need to do coffee dates.
Yes.
We need to do super, like, I'm a strong believer of going Dutch on the first date. Sorry, I know.
Swear.
Yes, absolutely.
Really? With that guy, did you go half on him?
No, I just had I already knew the bartender of the bar that we were going to, and we got mocktails. Like we weren't. Okay. So he was like, literally, Jason was like,
there you go,
mocktails.
mocktails.
Yeah, mocktails.
Oh yeah, you don't drink.
But I don't drink.
Yeah,
so. And he was also really sweet about it too, because he was like, well, if you're not gonna drink, then I'm not gonna drink. And I was like, well, I mean, I know the bartender if you want. But anyways, knowing a homie, but also like doing cheap dates, I think is
meeting
just
at
maybe
a park,
easier.
A public park during the day.
Public park during the day.
People. Yeah.
Go back to the COVID rules. You know what I mean?
Shit,
like,
FaceTime.
Meeting at a public park during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first date for you guys.
Like on a nice, if you want to go for a walk.
On some like picnic shit or like.
Just go on a walk.
A picnic could be really cute, but also like a walk around Griffin or a
there's
walk
like
around the reservoir.
Especially in LA, there's like vendors and like.
I mean, I have a dog. I've gone on dates where I've walked.
Yeah, walk with dog.
Yeah.
Interesting. What?
Wait,
in recession dating.
No, not that I'm not a fan. I just don't think some women would be a fan of that.
Yeah, I feel like you usually probably tend to go towards women that would probably have a little bit more of a like, let's go on a date in a nice place.
I have a feeling. Can I just make a huge assumption right now?
Of course.
A massive assumption.
Absolutely.
I feel like you date girls that will never ever go Dutch or offer to pay the bill right away.
Nah, yeah, I've never had that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he wouldn't.
Why?
How the fuck? How am I meant to?
Sorry, is that rude?
No, you're fine.
I just don't think a lot of majority of women are not gonna want to go Dutch.
Absolutely not.
On the first date, maybe they might offer because I usually offer because I'm a people pleaser and I'm always like I don't want them to think I'm or just go to the bathroom right when the bill comes or something.
And what, hide?
Yeah, I've done that, but just to see what he does is what I call it. I'm like I want to see, and they're like, oh, I already took care of it. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
But like, not a lot of like women I could say are like you. They're out there, but you're not the majority. You're the minority in this situation.
The white girl's favorite word.
Yes. You're the minority.
Let me tell you guys how hard it is. Okay, thanks. But I just have a I only say that because, and I'm not going against my gender whatsoever, but I do think in the world that we're standing in, it is just a little. I think it's just fair. Honestly, I don't think it's anything about like. I just think it's just like, hey, I got this one time. Like it's truly just.
I'll pay for the second date.
Yeah. Or something, you know what I mean? But like, okay, the second date always cracks me up because what is the likelihood you're actually going to get to the second date that you're then paying
for? But that's fine. And if I like you if we're on the second date.
I think that going Dutch on the first date is just such an easy. There are going to be people that hate me, but hate me away.
Is that in a way though because
I have control issues.
No, not even that. Is it like you don't want to feel guilty if you take the first step to leaving the person?
No, that's actually never crossed my mind. That's a really interesting observation. No, because I think that I was raised very much by two very independent people. Both my mom and dad have just been like, take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And I also have just come to this point where because of the position I am when it comes to my career, I know that I'm more likely going to be making more money than the man that I'm on a date with just because of like what I do. And so I'm also like, okay, well, I'm not going to like try to like get some like, MP pricing fucking steak and shit. If I'm gonna like that girl who did like the $400 worth of fucking oysters, and the guy was like, I'm not paying for it. Like you ate all that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to do anything like that. But I also don't want. I know the reverse is that sometimes when a man buys a woman a meal, he thinks that like, oh, you owe me something now. And we talked about this on the pod before. I don't want a man to ever think that he like has one on me. And my thing is just like, oh, here, no, just have a great meal with a great girl.
Yeah.
You know, it was
that's what
it's. Yeah, I don't want them to feel as though they have something over me.
Got you. There we go.
And
yeah, like Isaac, why do you feel like? I mean, this probably is a weird question to ask, but like, why do you feel like you need to pay for the date? Besides the fact that obviously you're a man.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you ever? Yeah.
Because it's your time. So if I come to you and say, hey, I want to take up some of your time to get to know you, then I'll pay for the date.
See, I will take that rule though. Like if a guy's like asked me on the date and is like, no, like I initiated, then I'll be like, sure, you can pay for it. I'll give you that. That's a good rule.
Would you let a girl like pay
on the first one?
Nah,
I feel weird.
You feel weird. But
why does it make you feel
the second
weird?
one you will? What if she asked you though? Has it ever happened where she like was like, let's go grab something to eat real quick, and you're like, sure. And then,
I think I've had one or two of those.
Yeah, but you
it
end
felt
up paying.
a little bit weird.
Why does it feel weird?
I offered to pay, just probably the way I was just like raised.
How you were raised.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit traditional.
Yeah,
so like,
you're a lot more traditional.
Even with my ex, a lot of the time I was just paying for it. I'll just pay for it.
Yeah,
fuck it. It does. It just feels. Yeah, I don't know.
You just like I think men just love having that like.
Do you love it
to take care of it? Yeah.
I don't think I love it. It hits my fucking bank account. Doesn't
see
it?
what I mean? Like I don't think they love it. I think they feel obliged.
But do you feel like a sense of like I'm probably like
it probably goes with the whole like chivalry thing.
Yeah,
you know, like just,
masculinity.
Yeah, you know
like does
it
make you feel a little bit more masculine in that sense, or like a man?
I feel like I have a bigger dick or anything, but I just
yeah.
It's just like okay.
You're like you're doing your role, your part.
This is my role.
I'll pay for your $20 salad.
Yeah.
You little bunny.
And if there's wait.
Well, she ordered a salad in my mind, and so she's a rabbit. I don't know why. That's like a little Playboy bunny.
You know. But
a little weird joke. Continue though.
It's fine.
She ignores my speed bumps all the time.
Keep
going, boo.
I don't even. Yeah.
See, now I threw you off
it's
my bed.
Right. But yeah, no, I don't feel like
anything
with it at all. It's just this is my part. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And if she does feel like, say we're on like a 4th or 5th date, and she planned something and she wants to take control, boom, 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 I'll let her do it as well.
You let her, you'll do it,
I'll let her do it.
Okay. So what do you think our dear readers should do? Like, what should Aries do on these, like, you know...
Get off the dating apps.
Meet people in the wild, right?
You're not really a dating app person.
I'm not.
Yeah,
have I been on it before?
Person.
Absolutely.
You meet in the wild?
Yeah, I just
shit out of that.
Everything's in person. You can like feel energy. You can gauge how they talk. Like in real life.
Yeah.
Like, because you'll meet someone.
The energy for sure.
Like, their voice will piss you off.
What? Okay, can I ask you?
Have you ever met someone and you're just like the way you fucking talk is just
or their energy is just different from the photos they post online. You're like, this is a completely like it's you, but it's like.
That's like, not how I casted you.
Yeah. It's not how I casted you or I thought you would sound. Like there's this one guy, I swear I felt like I was dating Frank Ocean. You know, when I was talking to him. And then when I met him, it was not did not have the.
It was Steve Poole.
Yeah,
you were like, it's not the same thing. Absolutely.
And I remember we like kissed at the end of the day, and he's like, "All right, you're gonna like tell all your friends about it, you know." Now.
Ew.
And I was just like, and this is before I even had the podcast, so I'm just like, okay.
What is with that?
So weird.
Remember I dated that guy for one summer who was like, I can't wait for you to talk about me on the podcast.
Yeah.
Never did it. And I know he listens to the episodes hoping, and he's just like, what's that about? And
maybe he thinks you're Miller.
Yeah, exactly. He probably does think he's Miller. Oh, that poor guy. A little Air Force, little idiot. Okay, wait, I had a question for you. Okay, what's your game when you hit on a girl in the wild? What's your line?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay. What do you do?
I feel like can I assume?
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
I
feel
God.
Like let's play this game. Okay.
I don't feel like he has a line or even a strategy.
Nope.
I just think you're just yourself, but a notch of flirtiness.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Like you'll like turn up the charm a bit. Like you'll say something like, I don't know, but you're definitely just gonna be like very flirty, but like subtle and like kind of make fun of them.
Oh, I'm definitely always gonna fuck with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like
you like bullying.
Like he's a little.
Oh, I'm British. I'm a fucking. I've always been told that I have just like a flirtatious personality.
Yeah.
So
Scorpio.
there've been many times where I'm just talking to someone regularly.
Yeah.
And then people will look at us and be like, "Oh yeah, he was definitely into you," and I'm like,
okay, but that's a Scorpio thing.
"No, I wasn't."
But you're like Rose. You're just like always flirting with
being
everyone.
Nice.
Everyone
literally, the amount of times that people were like, "You want to go home with him?" And I was like, I was literally asking him directions. I was just being nice.
I'm just being fucking cool.
Yeah. I think it's just personality.
But yeah, I don't have a line, no strategy. If
can-
it ends up like, say I'm at a bar, and we just end up happen to talk, cool. But there are many times where I'll be at a bar, I'll see a girl that's really beautiful, I won't say anything, I'll just kick it.
Yeah, I feel like
Just
you
leave it
are.
alone.
You're like
I'm not forcing it.
Yeah, you just play it cool.
Yeah.
But I could see you doing these.
What?
Like it's this.
What's this?
You ever? Okay, there's a lot.
What's that?
No. It's like it's very much where I feel like it's just the like handshake, like the hi, like where you'll catch eyes, right? You'll do the eye contact from each other for a really long time, and then you kind of go to her, and then you just do the hand.
Nah, impossible.
No.
I don't know. I feel like you don't have to touch.
I don't think you would. I don't see it.
No.
You're too cool for
The
that.
accent gets people.
It's
though,
the
doesn't
accent.
it?
It's the accent. I was gonna say he just gotta
accent.
speak. He just has to speak. Yeah.
I mean, it's a conversation starter, regardless.
Yeah.
Do you ever tell people it's fake?
It depends.
Ooh.
Sometimes.
Okay. Just to get a rise out of him?
Yeah, just to be like there'll be people that'll be like, "Oh, you're from London." I'm like, "Nah."
No. I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
Detroit.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Sometimes that's just me being like,
I'm from
just
the
being a
valley.
dickhead, you know? But like,
Can you do an American accent?
can you do like an American accent?
What the fuck was that?
That's what you sound like to me.
Is that what I sound like?
Is that what you sound like?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Wait, can you do it again?
Wow, you can only do a white girl accent as your American accent?
What am I meant to sound like? Tanisha.
No, but I'm just saying.
You sound like a girl.
I know, but I'm saying that
There's
it's
like
very
a southern.
Yeah, it's Southern is such an easy like American accent to get
Yeah.
No,
into.
it's not. First of all, the Southern accent is my favorite.
Yeah.
American accent.
Do a southern accent.
I don't know how to do it. That's probably why I like it so much.
Yeah.
Oh, because you can't copy or mimic it. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's just it has like a certain like barbecue tang to it.
Okay, barbecue tang. I like that. Okay, so you're not a hand person, so you're not a touch. You don't touch girls. You're not like, hey, ma, what's up?
No.
I don't mean anything bad. I'm just saying, like, okay, one of the best times a man has ever gotten me was when I was in New York one time, and this guy, I was like walking and leaving, and he was like, "Hey, yo, ma, where you going?" And I was like,
Oh, that's
"Nowhere."
weird.
It wasn't
There you
weird.
go.
To me, it wasn't
Right.
weird. I think it was just he was.
I don't
so
like to be.
smooth
I don't like to be
about it.
touched.
Because you were probably attracted to him in some sort of sense,
Well, he
right?
was very
Yeah.
attractive,
So
but
here's
I
the thing, that
didn't
strategy-
think.
Only
either
works
go
when you're
left-
attracted. Yeah.
It could go left or it could
But
go
I'm saying
very
you're
left.
not okay. But
very
my
right.
Yeah.
thing was I preferenced it with you've been making eye contact with this person all night. I'm not saying you're going up to someone random. It's like you're making.
Yeah. What's worked for me is I don't know. They've all been really weird situations. I remember one time I was playing with my boobs at the bar, and I made eye contact with this guy.
Like adjusting your titties. In
Yeah,
your bra?
I was adjusting my titties
Like
because
this?
I was like, oh my god, it was like so uncomfortable. And then I made
that
eye
work?
contact with this guy,
It's working.
and he was just like, it like started laughing, and he came over and introduced himself, and then we ended up fucking, and he ghosted me. So that was
Oh,
Charles. That was
okay.
Charles. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that was what. Yeah, but we met because I was adjusting my shit at the bar.
She wingmanned me for me once.
Yeah. Oh
With
yeah.
the shoes.
Yeah.
Jordan.
'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
you should
were
talk
like,
to each other.
She has Jordans on and you have Jordans on. And then
And he-
she like spun around and walked away. And then me and him
Yeah.
ended up, he got weird and peed in my bed once. I forgot. He was an alcoholic.
Okay. It's like
And like we used to hook up and then he like peed in my bed.
that's
He brought me a new mattress, so it was fine. But like,
That's
yeah,
insane.
famously that was
that's kind of weird.
why
But
we
yeah.
like stopped talking.
And I remember Morgan came up to me and he said, "You're cute," and then walked away. And then I was obsessed after that.
That one's the go. Remember that's
That's how you do it. It's just like, oh, you're cute,
I've done that a couple times.
and I walk away, and you're like,
I've done that a couple
And
times.
it's also a nice one because you're like, you get, even if they want, you put up the layup.
yeah,
And even if they don't follow through, it's you just gave someone a really nice compliment.
Yeah.
And you just they enjoyed their night. The amount of times like
and I wasn't even attracted to him, but that made me attracted to him. I was like, he
was
wasn't even
the
hot, but then now he's hot
Yes.
because he just did that. And
Yep.
now where are you? I'm looking for you.
Come on.
I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah,
See?
There's
I
no
see
pre-
him
there's
doing
no-
that.
there's no
that's
pressure
his
in it as
thing.
well.
It's fun.
Yeah, there's no
Brian's
pressure
the
at all.
same way, I think.
It's
Brian
just the,
is like, he'll have a conversation, but like he won't flirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll be like, "Well, that was me." You can't be like totally straightforward with me. I mean, you can't. Well, it can't be
Wait, what?
I was going to say, wait.
like you got to give me a little bit, but not too much, because I still want to
Okay.
like, you know,
But you want to have the banter.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that. It's fair.
or like abandon me a little bit, and then I'm like, what happened? You know.
What?
Yeah, like talk to me and then like walk
Alright.
away, you know?
You know, sometimes like I forget that I'm actually a woman too, because I'm like, oh yeah, we really are like have different shades. Because that's wild to me. You want a guy to kind of like abandon you?
Well, no, not abandon.
That's-
I
that's a
think
little
what it
toxic.
is like show interest,
She's
but
so
not
toxic.
be like too thirsty. So I kind of want you to like, again, what worked with like Morgan was just the fact that he was like,
That man was abusive. First of all, he was a terrible human being.
but Brian did it in a way too where it's like, hey, he showed love for the show, but also like backed away.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
But still, like they're not.
Okay.
They're like, hey, I'm here,
but
but
not
I'm gonna go over here, and I'm not gonna give you much attention because you have to
Yeah.
come up to me.
It's
Type of
also,
thing.
you got to remember, like, different backgrounds, different people, where people are raised.
I know.
Like, people on the East
yeah.
Coast are very much like,
Direct. Come on, do the.
And that
Boom, boom.
okay, when the guy who pulled my hand, I was in New York.
Yeah,
It- and we hooked up in the bathroom. Fine ass man. Oh my god, I think about him all the time.
Oh.
but in terms of your friend Aries,
Aries, the
Yes.
reader, yeah.
you just go out.
He's in the wild. Meet people in the
Go out
wild.
in
Yeah.
the wild.
What, have you ever been approached by a girl like flirting with you first?
Oh yeah. Do you like that? Or
Like
no?
how? Like what's no? You don't like that.
Nah, not
Like
really.
how would you like to do?
Okay, the reason I don't like it is because I don't sense it.
What do you mean?
Like, if a
Oh.
girl's flirting with me,
You don't like catch on.
nah.
Oh.
It's do you know why? It's because we are flirtatious. So we just think someone's just matching our kindness and we don't see it as flirting.
I just don't.
Or
I
you're
don't.
just oblivious. I feel like because
fucking
you're,
oblivious.
but that's because you're.
Really?
I feel like because you're so in your own world.
Like, it would have to be, like,
Right?
so obvious
Yeah.
that she wants
But
me.
if someone came up was like, I think you're really cute. Like, what's up?
I'd be like, thank you.
You wouldn't
But
think it was
you
flirty?
that's it?
No, I mean, depending on
I
what.
would say thank you.
I say thank you and good night. Please do not touch me. Leave room for
I would say
Jesus.
thank you.
Depending on what
Thank you.
she.
5-star Yelp review.
If she
Depending
said,
on
I
what
think
she
you're really
looks like.
cute, and like walked
Depending
away.
depending on what she looks like.
If
Yeah.
I'm fucking with her, then it's green light.
What if it was like a yellow light and you were like, let's see where this goes?
Yeah, like kind of what you know, my ex and whatever Ryan did was
Yeah.
said like, oh, you're cute, and then like walked away. Would that make you kind of like wonder, like, ooh, like would it do the same effect that it did on me?
Not really. No.
Oh, you just don't like aggression, and not like aggression, but you don't like a woman who like is that takes that kind of role on.
Yeah, in a sense, maybe
Okay.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Not that there's a problem with that. I think I love it when women do that. To be fair, just not to me. But
That's
when
not
I
your thing.
when I see other women be like, oh, like I slid in his DMs and he responded, I'll be like, good fucking for you. Yeah.
But
for sure.
you don't like that. You don't like if a
Nah,
woman
really.
slid in your DMs.
Okay, ladies,
Interesting.
don't slide into his DMs.
Yeah.
Okay, don't
There's-
do
there's
it.
other
Slide
ways-
into my DMs
there's-
and I'll introduce you to him.
There's
Yeah.
other ways to do it. Just don't. Slide
Yeah.
Don't hardcore.
What if
slide
she was
in.
just like, oh, I like your work. I'm a fan of your shit. Like,
I'll be
good
like,
job.
thank you. Yeah. But even stuff like that.
But if,
that
when she's
doesn't
like,
mean
you know,
you're.
yeah, but when she said that, she'd be like, you know, like whenever, like you're free, like let's grab a drink sometime. You seem really
Let's
cool.
go on a walk around the park.
Yeah, you
Definitely
seem
do
really
that.
cool. Because that's what I did to Brian too.
Yeah.
I said something and I said, you know, but if you're ever in LA, like let's kick it or hang
And
out,
now look at
whatever.
him. He fucks her with that CPAP
now
mask.
he
on.
fucks you with the CPAP
You
machine.
could be fucking a gorgeous girl with a CPAP mask. Just saying.
I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not about that life. Okay, but
in terms of what people slide in my DMs.
Do you just want them to be a little bit more submissive? Is that what it is?
My DMs now.
Submissive sounds crazy. I don't know.
Submissive sounds crazy, but like more just kind of like they sit back and you kind of take the lead.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But it's got to be natural though, not on like a
forced.
Yeah, it's just got to be like
organic.
There we go.
What? Okay, so then what's your type?
Don't have one.
Okay,
you're the fourth person to ask me that this week.
Fourth?
Yeah, you're the fourth person.
Okay, then maybe you should get a type. I do think you have a type.
But usually black women is what you tend to date, right?
Okay, yeah.
We'll start there. We'll start there. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think you do have a type. You've just ruled out aggression women, or just like women who are initiators.
Correct. Okay.
So you kind of like more docile and a little maybe like passive girls.
I feel like you like girls who are a little bit more like princessy.
Yeah, you like ladies.
No. Too much?
I've just dated. I feel like I've dated across the spectrum.
Okay, but that doesn't have anything to do with your type, though. Because, like, you can date across the spectrum, but, like, what you're more attracted to and, like, what kind of shows up more in your roster.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong. You know, like, when I understand that, like, it's frustrating when some people are like, what's your type? Because it's, like, it seems like such a broad question, but really it's not. It's like, I can't date a Republican.
That's hilarious. When I hear type, I more think physical. So whenever I hear the question, what is your type? What I'm understanding is height, color, thick, thin.
That plays a part. I think
it's more of a visual thing for me.
Okay, fair.
That's what. So if you specify like your type in terms of, do you like a more submissive woman, or do you like someone that does this or does that, then we can get into it, kind of thing.
Okay, well then, do you like taller girls or shorter girls?
Oh, I've done both. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not afraid of heights?
No.
Okay,
you're not afraid of heights. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. And you don't have any problem with sciatica. You can bend down a bit for shorties.
All right.
Okay. You like shorties that stand on business kind of vibes. You know what I mean? Okay.
I was just talking to a girl that was like 6 foot the other day.
Oh. Have you ever dated like outside of your race? Do you tend to like to date outside your race, or do you want to end up with someone that's also? If
we're talking about dating, probably black.
But that's someone you want to end up with, it's not someone that you want outside of your race.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. No, that's important.
That is important. Matters, yeah.
There's nothing wrong. I don't think I think there's so many negative stigmatisms against people thinking about type when they're like, no, it has to be this because they don't want to offend anyone or anything. But it's like, no, it's what you feel comfortable with. But also, more importantly, I think it also has to deal with like, I don't have to explain things to you sometimes. Like, I feel like sometimes when you date outside of your race, there is that fear of being like, can I bring you around? Like you said, can I bring you around my friends? Can I bring you around my family? Can I bring you in my community? And you not be like weird, awkward, say something insensitive, or be like, what's this about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you an outsider stepping in?
Right.
There's an adjustment period. And some people just don't want to deal with that adjustment period, which is why types are okay to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I never liked dating white men.
Really?
I dated only one, and that was not really.
See, I want them to like me. I don't know why white men, they just don't they love fucking me, but they don't want to date me.
Not a lot of them do, but when they do, I was always like, ugh. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I was thinking about this one time. I was friends with this girl who lived in Torrance, and she like brought me to like this house party, and there's this one guy. He like blonde hair, like surfer, like had a little flip, like blue eye, like white, and I was like,
Mayo.
And he was like down, and I was like, ugh. Like, I don't know. I just was like not like, I think any of my other friends probably would have liked him, but I was just like,
that's fine.
No, I just wasn't like, I don't know.
You ain't about blue crush.
Are both your parents white?
Yeah, both my parents are white. What?
Do you have any like
I was supposed to say what else could do. Yeah.
Do you have any?
I am their DNA, so yeah, they're just super white. One's Irish and one's Irish Norwegian. So like white.
Like
white. Very white.
Look at my unbaked pie crust skin tone. I literally glow in the dark, my guy. My foundation is white out. My cousin is Casper. The milkman dropped me off. You know what I mean? I'm white. You know what I mean?
Did you just have those? Have you always had
No,
that?
it's because one, I'm funny, and two, a lot of trauma. Do you know what I mean?
All right, cool.
Being a pale ass bitch, I'm prepared.
But you grew up you said that in the neighborhood you grew up, you were the only white family.
We were primarily, it was us and like two other families, but like in the block of like Rainier Valley, like South Seattle where we grew up, it was like very diverse. It was like white, Asian, and black. but we were like the only white family on our side of the block, and then and now they're like the only straight people on the block. But like that's like how I grew up. But my elementary school, I was the only, me and my girl Brittany, we were the only white girls from K to 5th grade in my class.
And that's kind of similar to you?
Oh, no, I grew up in a white neighborhood.
Oh,
but I mean, well, my younger years was actually in Glendale, so I was around a lot of Armenians. And then I moved to Valencia.
Different type of white. Yeah.
And it was like, it was white. I mean, Santa Clarita could be very diverse, but it's majority white.
You said which area?
Santa Clarita.
Oh, that's where you grew up?
Yeah.
Oh, swear down.
So it's white. There's diversity there. Like, obviously there wasn't very many black people in my class, but there was like Hispanics and brown people, but it was mainly white people.
Yeah, I always try to understand like the reasoning behind like people's skin preference or color preference.
Yeah.
Like, is it your parents? Is it the way you grew up? Like, what makes you?
Keep in mind, I love,
especially when it's like interracial.
Right.
I mean, I will say, like, my first crush as a kid was Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Bow Wow. So, like, those are my two archetypes. And then I just remember going to high school and I had nothing but crushes on white boys when I was in high school. Because I was like, oh my God, they're so exotic. And none of them fucked with me. Like, all my guy friends were like, Rose, like, stop. And I was like, no, I'm going to get Ben to, like me. And they just, like, they would hook up with me. They would have sex with me, but they would not date me publicly.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a very, and I do think that, like, I mean, it's obvious. I think it, like, really fucked with me and how I, like, carry myself and dating with white men now, because I do feel very much like I have to, like, be prim and proper. And also I just feel like in a very strange way, black and brown men, I think, are used to very strong women. And so I don't have to, like, you know, be docile.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of white men are used to a lot of, like, passive women, you know what I mean? Like their moms and stuff. And
and I think for me, I don't know if I always had, like, when I first moved to Santa Clarita around like 9 years old, I remember feeling like really dark skin in comparison to like the people around me. And I was a lot darker because I would like swim like all day, like every summer. So I was like really insecure with like my skin tone. And so I never felt like the white guys would ever look at me as like beautiful.
Yeah, the European standards.
Yeah, the European standards. Also, it's early 2000s. You know what I mean?
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
Two bitches. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also I think too. I don't know. Like also, I think like as a minority, like when I would see like other Filipinos or like people of color, I just felt like more comfortable in that setting. So then like I would just gravitate toward like the Filipino guys and like. I don't know, and I think it just like evolved into like black men. Anyways, I don't know why we brought that up.
No, I love that. But Aries, go meet people in wild.
Yeah,
get off the dating apps. And I will say, I mean, I'm on the dating apps right now. It's bad out there. It's just, I think it's gonna get better in the summertime. Recession dating, keep that in mind. I also think the cheese stands alone when I'm about to say this. But tell people, you know me, I don't ghost people. When I'm not feeling someone, I'm like, hey, I don't want to waste, my whole thing is I don't want to waste your time. I think you're really cool. I wish you the best of luck out there in the dating world. Yeah. Like I always hit guys with that shit all the time. So I'm just like, you know, I think if you start doing that and putting that energy out, I think that less and less people will ghost you as well too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just flat out just tell them, do a reverse Uno. Like they ghost you, hit them up and be like, hey, I noticed you ghost me. I think that we both agreed this wasn't going anywhere. Like, best of luck. You know? Like, I mean, I feel like someone hit me with that. I'd be like, oh, fuck. That's kind of like very mature of them.
I would be too tired to do that. That feels exhausting.
Oh, I don't know. See, I warned it. I said the cheese stands alone. Sorry that I'm a better person than either of you guys. But
if it's been one.
Wait, is that too much?
I would just want to focus more on finding someone who would want to go on the date versus focusing on the ones that don't want to go on the date with me.
Yeah, but you also are the girl that said that you like the guys that go away and abandon you a little bit. So how are you?
Maybe abandon was the right word. I just like them to kind of just like plant the seed and just like let me like also kind of come in a little bit, you know, pursue it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I think I'd like to pursue a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think I'm the woman that likes to be fully chased. I like to like also I like to know that they're interested, and then also me
Shoot
my shot. I like
Yeah.
shooting my shot. I like looking back, like I did that
I
for
love
myself
shooting my shot.
a lot.
It's
You
so
know,
much
yeah.
fun.
What's your style of shooting your shot? What do you do?
My
direct.
go-to. I'm so direct. I
Oh,
go to guys
swear.
all the time. I just go, you're a fine ass, and I'll walk away. Or like my
So you
go-to
do
line.
what the guys
and it's
do to me.
worked. Remember we went to Lauren's going away party. I literally walked past the guy. I did a double take, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't remember if you're my ex or my next boyfriend." And then I walked away, and he was like, "Hey, yo, Mo." He was like, "Wait, where are you going?"
Was this in LA or was?
In LA.
Oh, swear.
I just all the time.
You lean into your humor.
I lean into my humor. I do this sometimes where I'll trace their jaw and I just go, "Fuck, that is sexy," and walk away.
Ooh.
Yep, I'll do that.
You're very direct.
I'll direct. My mom taught me this one great one, which has worked. If you're at like a black tie event or something, it's just go up to a guy, adjust the tie, and say that looks better, and then walk away.
Yeah.
Like I'm very much, and because my other thing is, Michael Jordan. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and then half the time, my thing is if I just put it up there, but I don't feel rejected if they don't follow through. If they want to follow through, then they follow through, and I'm like, great. And then if not, then I just made some guy feel really nice. and,
Yeah.
like,
Do
good
those
about
work a
himself.
lot for you?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah?
Yeah, success rate
But
on those ones are really good.
in terms of fucking or in terms of dating?
Well, I don't really dating. I'm not really much of a dater. I'm a serial fucker for sure. I'm a serial fucker.
You're a slag.
Yeah, I am a slag. I'm a slag. I'm a slut. I'm a hoe. I'm a whore. I'm a lady in the sheets. Okay.
As you should be.
Yeah, thank you. But no,
You're
I'm
a harlot.
I'm a holette. Dating is kind of a newer thing for me.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really. I'm just kind of like, let's just keep it here. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Like
Cause
in my apartment or your apartment. You know.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
as like assertive as you. I also like if I'm pursuing it, I also like to keep it cool.
Yes.
Like I don't want to be too, but like you will show. Like that's like very, I think, like straightforward. Mine would just be like, I'm trying to act like a friend, but I'm also like a lot more like, I don't know,
Subtle.
a complimentary subtle. I'm very subtle.
That's really fine, and it works. And
I'm
I
a
think
subtle
the
flirt,
whole
yeah.
thing though is that you just
Everyone
do it
has
once
their
and
own-
just walk away.
Yeah.
You don't have to like repeat it and keep going. If it lands, it lands, and if it doesn't, then it like doesn't.
And also
you
sometimes
know?
I act a little ditzy, and they like that too. Like if I lean into a little bit of that, it's weird. That
and
also
I think
works
that has
too.
to do with
That's
the
worked.
way.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah.
If
Guys
you act a little
love
stupid,
dumb girls.
oh yeah, they love a little bit of it. You're a little bit of a ditz.
Because I think that guys want to teach girls
And then I'll
things
show you that I'm
sometimes.
smart later. But like I'm gonna play a little ditzy so you could be, you know.
All right, give me an example of this.
I don't know. Just it's like
Give
oh
me
my
an-
god, bah! It's just like
I can't
just like-
open this jar.
yeah. Like oh my god, oops,
Oops, oh
clumsy.
my god, I spilled my drink.
Yeah.
Can you buy me a new one? Oh my god.
Yeah, like like
I
touch
can't
the
find
arm
my
a little
car
bit.
keys.
Yeah.
Like
Does that work?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
legit?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Come on, you've never seen the whole like it's the very Marilyn Monroe.
I've seen-
Yes,
seen it.
barely
You know?
like that.
And I've heard of it. I just don't like realistically. Does that just because I wouldn't fall for that? I'm a dickhead though, so I'm a little bit different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Are you a self-proclaimed dickhead? Like you know you're an asshole?
Yeah. For the
This
most
usually
part.
helps in the beginning, and then once we sit and talk, is like when I caught you, so we could I could show you my personality, you
Yeah.
know. But it's just like it just depends on the environment too. That's not the type of game I always pull, but like usually even the club.
I just
or,
feel like that would work on a lot of like white men.
That's not who I usually flirt with.
I was about to say though, I think it does to a point, but I think it works on men across the board because I
It
just
does,
feel like
yeah.
sometimes
Okay.
it's like why older men love dating younger women is because they like to
Yeah.
feel useful
Yeah.
and educating them.
Yeah.
And feeling like
It makes
I
me
need,
feel a
she
little bit more like
needs me.
feminine and submissive in a weird way.
Exactly.
Even though
Okay.
It's like your whole thing about like like you're like I like paying for a girl and a girl probably likes to be paid for and it's just that like
that, yeah.
like yeah, I can't afford my own meal,
Yeah, like damsel in distress type of
Yeah.
shit.
Got you.
It's that vibe, but like it's in a it's like the same color of green, just different shades of it. You know what I mean? Of that whole like, oh, do you mind? Like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's that kind of things. But yeah, no, guys kind of I think are attracted to that a little bit sometimes. The stupidity.
It's
of
playful.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually playful and not like overbearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I think that's why I do come off. I do like my directness though, because then it also tells you if that guy is likes that, then I know that he likes.
Yeah,
direct
because
women.
that's
Because there's some guys that are like, thank you, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't like direct. Like if I did that to you and I would see your response, I'd be like, oh, he doesn't like direct women. Okay, that's great, and I just would carry on. So it just sets me up for the type of guy that I want to continue to date. Is that he's like, oh, I like a girl who can be, direct or in sense, but I'm quite the lady in the bedroom. Okay? I'm very much like, what?
And then you turn a little bit
and like, I'm a freak in the streets, but a lady in the sheets. Okay.
Aw.
Oh.
How have you been putting yourself out there more?
I mean, like the apps.
Other than the apps, though, have you been doing anything else?
I'm trying to go to the club tonight, you guys. I'm trying to go out and kick
It's already
it.
midnight.
Yes.
So what? This is the perfect time to go out for 45 minutes and then come home.
I know, but you want to go to Culver City.
No, I don't want to go to Culver City. We can go to General Lee's or somewhere. I just want to. Here's my thing. I just love going to DJ sets and then dipping.
We should end this. Any last words, and we'll figure out our plans.
Okay, Aries, go out in the real world.
Where is Aries at?
Midwest.
Oh.
I do think, though, if Aries can do some alley looping with Leo, like do some cross, like, hey, who are you dating? Like, what are the like, see if you can do maybe some group dating, some homie hangs. Like, don't put pressure on the dating, recession dating. Keep that in mind.
I also just think just keep going. Just keep going.
Of course, meeting in the wild, I think, is great. I think that the apps might get a little spicier and funner closer to summer when people are, like, feeling real loose and trying to get out in these streets with summer flings. But other than that,
summer flings. Crazy.
Yeah, oh God, I love a summer fling.
Really?
Yeah, I'm starting my my tryouts. My tryouts are starting soon. Have I not?
Yeah,
I was about to look at me like April 13th. Yeah, my tryouts are starting soon. So.
Yeah, plug yourself.
You can find me at thenewblog.com. Rosetta Stone.
Mr._Ocean Instagram. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh shit!
And any Chelsea's game.
Yeah.
He'll be in the audience.
Don't slide in his DMs.
No, slide into my DMs.
Yeah, and she'll set it up.
Help you out.
It depends. Like, you can give me a follow. Like,
a follow.
I'm not saying like
just
don't slide in the DM. There are other ways to do stuff.
Okay. So slide into my DMs, and then we'll talk. We'll come up with a strategy. I'll let you know what club we go to, and then we'll do the play that I just told you about. And so if he says, I'm going to get the drinks, he's not interested. Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then follow me, Stefanie Maegan. You can slide in my DMs, and we'll talk about it on the pod. Follow me, Stefanie Maegan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit is there.
You need your inhaler?
No, I just...
I love you guys.
Real quick.
Bye.
Yeah, boy.
Send more emails. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was so good.
Good stuff.
How long was that? Oh, my God, that was... Broke girl therapy.